Civil war rages on in Libya between the supporters of a dictator and those who have risen against him with the assistance of NATO. The UN-mandated mission to protect civilians has done anything but that. And so to avoid getting caught in the crossfire, people are leaving in the tens of thousands from their homes to neighboring countries and Europe. Tunisia, Libya's western neighbor, has been receiving an influx of refugees. From southern Tunisia, Amin al-Khatib reports that some of them are finding a home away from home, yet others living in UN shelters are simply finding it difficult to cope.
This is the town of Tataouine in southern Tunisia. It is 110 kilometers from the southern Tunisian border with Libya, where recently thousands of refugees have fled from the towns in southwestern Libya following continuous bombardments by Gaddafi forces. Here in Tataouine, many Tunisian families have taken it upon themselves to aid some of the Libyan refugee families by providing them shelter in their own homes. This is the Khalfi family. They have taken in a Libyan family who arrived at the Tunisian borders over 10 days ago.
They
are in a war and they have arrived as refugees. We as Tunisians welcome them in our homes. We sleep in one house and have our meals together.
Like many Libyan families, Hafiz al-Bahlouli's family travelled many kilometers to reach the Tunisian border, not knowing where they would end up. They had fled their homes in fear of becoming tangled in the conflict between Gaddafi forces and Libyan revolutionaries. But they have left their situation to chance when they chose to head to Tunisia. Hafiz told Press TV why he decided to head to Tunisia.
I arrived to Tunisia not knowing what would happen next. We were looking for shelter when we were stopped by one of the Khalfi family, and we were offered to stay in their home until we could return to our home.
Press TV headed to the local Tataouine hospital just outside of town, where many Libyan refugees are receiving medical attention from local Tunisian doctors. Many of them have suffered various ailments on their long journey to the Tunisian border.
These refugees do not have access to medicine or health care. It is our obligation to welcome them and help them with their ailments. However, we hope they can help us as the refugee situation is overwhelming the hospital medicine supplies and resources, especially that we provide them the best available medical care.
Nuruddin arrived in Tunisia over 10 days ago, and he is suffering from third-degree burns and a broken leg. He and his family fled their home in Nalut. He told Press TV of his ordeal and the treatment he received within Tunisia.
I was injured while traveling on a transport full of soldiers when we were hit. 2 of them died, and there are 2 others missing. I hope the situation improves and we can go back.
However, at the UNHCR-run Ramada refugee camp, located 65 kilometers from Tataouine, the situation is a different story. Some of the refugees at this camp, like Ali Beshri and his family, told Press TV that although they have been provided with shelter, most days there isn't enough food to go around. Most of the time they receive 1 meal a day, and the sanitation is very poor.
We had to leave our homes and come here.
He has been waiting for months to receive health care for his disease, and the sanitation problem here is making it difficult for him.
Local NGOs such as Al-Ta'awan are dedicated to helping the refugees as soon as they arrive. Realizing the lack of resources in the camps, the NGO assisted by providing additional supplies. However, with more refugees still expected to arrive at the borders, it may not be enough.
The numbers are increasing every day. This camp was only set up for 149 families. On the borders, the situation is worse, as there is a shortfall in food supplies. However, this is mainly because we were not able to reach the refugees near border. The situation is fearful.
It seems that the situation of the refugees near the Tunisian southern border crossing is far from being resolved, especially since many believe it is doubtful that the conflict in Libya will end anytime soon. Although Tunisians are assisting in many ways to relieve some of the hardships suffered by the Libyan refugees, the question remains over their status in the near future. As the conflict in Libya persists, the added problems of additional refugees at the Tunisian border will exacerbate the situation in the camps. Amin al-Khatib, Press TV, Ramada.
Thanks for watching this program. I'm Saeed Purza, and of course I hope to see you again on the next Reporter's File.